my February 4th day trip up to the farm. Today I'm doing some switchgrass frost seeding, some clover frost seeding. I got a chainsaw, so I'll be doing some maintenance on some of the paths I have. And I also am restructuring a corner of my property. So I have a food plot back there now, and I think I'm going to convert this all into bedding. So I'll show you guys what that's about, but stay tuned. Alright, first things first, I got to get the battery back in red here. Clean these terminals up real quick. It's only going back in for the day. It's a day trip, so I'm not going to tighten them up. I'm just going to slide them on there just to get it started up, and then I'll take it back off tonight, this evening, this afternoon. I know these need cleaned off too. These are pretty corroded. Just try and jam this in here, clean this out. Yeah, no, this one's really bad. It's just a brush. Really, this summer I need to redo these or take them apart and grease everything up. These are getting pretty bad. Looks like the Grandpa Gus peppermint pads work. They still actually have some smell to them. We're keeping the mice out of here. I don't see any mice traps in here. It's something I like to do before I start this up. I don't see any in there, so these are a win. Alright, we got it charged up here. So get the glow plug, give this a good glow start. It's been sitting here for 3 months in the cold. There we go, come on. Let there be light. There she is. Alright, so here's what we got today. We got some Whitetail Institute clover seed and switchgrass seed. So we're going to do some frost seeding. Alright guys, so this is a spot I'm going to be trying to set up for this year. This is like an acre and a half. It's overgrown pasture, and you can see it's all ag around it, so it's kind of just like an island out here. And I think there's bedding in this back here, and my plan is to set this spot up, you know, put a little food plot down in here for an east wind, which is good because I really can't hunt an east wind on this farm. I mean, if you see behind me, these are all my woods, so an east wind is blowing down into those woods on my whole farm. So I can come up here, I can set this up, and I can hunt an east wind. And I think with standing corn all around this spot, I think this would be an awesome spot in the morning to come up and hunt. You know, I think these deer already naturally cross through here in the morning to come back to bedding. So my plan is just to put a little pit stop in here with a food plot and maybe a water hole, and see if there's any bucks moving through here. And if anything, I think this would be a great spot to shoot a doe. You know, I don't have to worry about it screwing my bedding areas up, because if I shoot it here, you know, it's got 400 yards before it gets into the woods. So I could shoot a doe up here and not damage my hunting at all, which is another plan for this spot. So today what I'm going to do out here is I want to try to close this in a little bit. So I'm going to till this edge up, and I'm going to frost seed some switchgrass, and then I'm going to till up another little section here for switchgrass, and then I'm going to till down in here to frost seed it for clover. So that's my plan up here today. Check it out. Alright, as you can see, I got all this soil worked up in here. It's not very deep. I just kind of busted the top up just to get the dirt worked out. So now all I'm going to do is come in and throw my switchgrass seed in here and kind of frost seed it in here. And, you know, as long as you get in here and spray this in the spring, that seed should take. Okay, so this is where the food plot's gonna be. I tilled this up and then I came in here and kind of packed everything in so it's nice and hard. You know, it's just kind of this ripped up grass on the top, which will work nice. That'll kind of work like a hay for that seed once it gets in there. So this isn't gonna be clover. You know, I'll probably split this with an annual, probably some radish, and then probably do half radish, half clover. But for right now, I'm gonna frost seed this with clover just to choke out the weeds. And then in the spring, I'll come in and spray it for weeds and give that clover a boost. And then I'll till the clover under in August for the radish. Alright, you can look close and you can see all the clover seed down in here. That's about a good spread rate. Okay, so we got some work done here. You can see I got this tilled up. This is where the food plot will be. Frost seeded with clover. And then I got a border of switchgrass along the back. You can't see it, but I ran it all the way down in through here. So I think this will be potentially a nice kill plot for up here in this little island bedding. The only thing I might change here is I'll probably put a scrape tree in here somewhere. I don't know where, I gotta think about that, but probably put a scrape tree, maybe down in here.